Okay, so for now we'll now install the Visual Studio Code. Give me a second. So we'll go to the where we downloaded go to where you downloaded the Visual Studio Code setup and then run it. Double click it to start it. Accept the agreement. Next, next. Add open with code. Create a desktop icon. Make sure you do all this and then install. Alright, so you can launch Visual Studio Code now. If you launch Visual Studio Code, it might be a bit overwhelming because you have a whole lot to look at. So let's now it's in the background. Just keep it in the background. Go to your documents folder anywhere you want to create a folder for the files we create in this class. So think of your program files like so in an album you have songs, right? So you have an album and you have songs in that album. So think of the Python files you're going to create as MP3 files or music files you're going to sync and record, and all of them should be in a folder. So that folder is like an album collection of your files. So I have this here, my Python class, and if I right click on it, I think I should see an option. It doesn't show it here for some reason. Maybe I have to start the system, but you should see open in code. If you can see that in your own menu, that's fine. If you cannot see that, you just come here. So when you open Visual Studio Code, it looks overwhelming. There's so much to do. Let's close this first because it's not necessary. Just click on the X there. So we've removed one window. So on this top side is the menu. You have your regular file, exit, selection, view. We'll work with this as time goes on. On the right side, on this side, you can search. So if you have a large system, a large program, you can search for files in that particular folder or search for particular lines. On this right side is your toggle your primary sidebar, different buttons. So we'll find this is that one we just closed. So that's the sidebar. If you click on it, it comes out. Just imagine it's hidden on this right side of the screen. So if you click on it, it pushes it to the right side of the screen and expands this one. Right? If you bring it back, it brings it back in. So it takes it out. And this is your panel, yeah, at the bottom. So we'll find out what to use this panel for. So this one comes out from the bottom to the top, and then it goes back again. Hide. So this main space is where you'll be working with. And when you open it the first time, you have this welcome screen. You can close it by clicking on this X, and now everything is blank. So this is the state we would like everything to be. On the left hand side here is your folders. So this one is your Explorer. Right now you have no folder. We'll find out what these other ones do with time. You just come here, click on open folder, and select that folder that you have. That one, just select that folder, select folder. And then once you select that, you see the folder name should appear here. Trust the authors. Yes, I trust the authors. And you should have the folder name appear here. You can also, I don't like seeing this AI stuff. And this one too. So this is what we have now. Here is the files we will create. You notice that how we are coming here. You can see file. You can see all this at the top. So this is how we create our Python file. Before we create our Python files, though, we have to install something called an extension. So you come to this side extensions and just search for Python. Install this top three. Just click on install, install, and then install. And that last one will go automatically. So it shows an error, but that's not that doesn't really matter. We can still work with that error. I don't know why it's showing that error anyways. So my Python class, and we'll now write our first Python. Name it my first program. So Python files always have a py extension. So after you name it my first program, put a full stop and then py. So the py is Python, and once you do that, you notice that the icon changes of that particular file. If you go back to your Explorer and check that my Python class folder now, you should see the my Python file, and you see Python file on it. So from here you can create, you can delete files, you can do all these things. It's just like putting this Explorer window inside your Visual Studio Code. You can create a new folder, you can add new files and all that. Right? So I don't know why Python that broke. Let's. I hope it doesn't mess up the error. So at the bottom now you should see Python 3.14, which means that it has seen your Python installation and is ready to run a Python file. So we'll give it our first Python file to run, and that's just simply show our name. Awaji Onyekachi is now a Python programmer. So I'm writing a program that will just basically display this line inside here. So this print, just imagine you say, hey computer, say this or display this, show this line, show this context, show this text. That's what this print does. So you're telling the computer, so this is your first Python program, and it's just one command. Hey computer, show this on the screen, and then to show this line. So how do we do it? When you have your Python program already, if you need to copy this from me, let me know. I can share it on the group chat. So your program is there. If to play it, you just click on this run Python file, and once you click on that, your panel should open up to show you the path, that's the file you're running, and then it will print that to show that line. So you can see Awaji Onyekachi is now a Python programmer. I can ask it to print for real, for real, real. So now it will do this first one and do the second one. Make sure you save. Notice something. Whenever you make a change to your file, it changes to a circle here. This icon changes to a circle. So that means you've not saved the file. As soon as you save, Control S, it will change to an X. If I make another change again, you can see. So once you make a change and you don't save, once it's not saved, it shows you that white dot. Make sure you always save so that the new change, any change you have made, will be in. And then we'll play it again, and I'll see our Onyekachi is now a Python programmer for real, real. So that's it about installing Visual Studio Code, Python, and running your first program. Thank you.